A woman at my gym approached me after class and said, "You're the reason my family had to change our names." I was wiping down my mat when she walked over. Mid-40s, tight ponytail. She looked vaguely familiar. "I'm sorry, what?" "You heard me. My whole family had to change our legal names because of you." Other people started staring. "I think you have me confused with someone else. You're Janelle Kincaid. You worked at Davidson Financial in 2019. My stomach dropped. "I left that job years ago. Not before you destroyed my life. My husband lost everything because you couldn't keep your mouth shut." I tried to step back, but she moved closer. "Ma'am, I don't know who your husband is, but I need you to back up. His name was Dr. Michael Holloway. Does that ring a bell?" It did. Every single alarm bell in my body started screaming. Michael Holloway was a client at Davidson Financial, high-profile surgeon, millions in assets. And in 2019, I was his financial analyst. I remember him. "Of course you do. You're the one who reported him to the FBI." The gym went completely silent. Everyone within earshot had stopped moving. I had no choice. What he was doing was illegal. Illegal? She laughed bitterly. "He was protecting his family. You had no idea what you were dealing with." I grabbed my bag. "I'm leaving." She grabbed my wrist. "You owe me an explanation." I yanked my arm away. "I don't owe you anything. Your husband was laundering money for a criminal organization. I found the accounts. I reported them. That's my job." "Your job?" Her face twisted. "Your job was to mind your own business. But no, you had to be the hero. You had to dig into files that weren't yours. You had to call the feds like some kind of whistleblower." My heart was racing. Those accounts had millions moving through shell companies, offshore transfers, fake invoices. I had a legal obligation. "You had no idea what those accounts were for." "Then tell me." She took a breath. "My daughter was kidnapped when she was 7, taken from our front yard. The kidnappers demanded $3 million in cash. Michael paid it to get her back." I froze. The FBI doesn't let you withdraw $3 million without questions. So Michael created shell companies to move the money. It worked. Our daughter came home safe. My mouth went dry. "I didn't know." "Of course you didn't know. You just saw numbers that didn't add up and decided to play detective. You ruined us." I tried to process what she was saying. If that's true, why didn't he explain it to the FBI? Because the kidnappers were still out there. The FBI wanted names, locations, details. If Michael cooperated, the kidnappers would have come back for our daughter. Or worse, they would have killed her to cover their tracks. She wiped her eyes. So Michael refused to testify. He took the fall for money laundering. 5 years in federal prison. Lost his medical license. Lost everything. I felt sick. "I'm sorry." Sorry doesn't change anything. The media destroyed his name. Our daughter got bullied because her dad was a felon. We moved 3 times, changed our names, started over completely. If I had known, you didn't know because you didn't ask. You saw something suspicious and immediately assumed the worst. You never once considered that maybe there was a reason for those accounts. I stood there, frozen, as she kept going. "Michael got out of prison last year. He can't practice medicine anymore. He works at a hardware store making minimum wage. My daughter has panic attacks every time she hears sirens because she thinks someone's coming for her again. And me? I can't even use my real name at the gym because I'm terrified someone will connect me back to the trial." I didn't know what to say. I was just doing my job. "Your job was to analyze finances, not ruin lives." She stepped back, her face exhausted. "I didn't come here to make you feel bad. I came here because I needed you to know what you did. I needed you to see the consequences of your actions." Then she walked away. I stood there for a long time, replaying everything in my head. Other gym members were whispering, pointing. Some looked sympathetic. Others looked disgusted. I drove home and pulled up the old case files. I read through everything again. That's when I saw it. An email buried in the thread, sent from Michael to his lawyer 3 days before I filed the report. Subject: ransom payment documentation. Do not share. The email explained everything. The kidnapping, the ransom, the shell companies, all of it. I'd never opened that email. It was marked attorney-client privilege, so I skipped it. I reported suspicious accounts without ever seeing the context. I sat at my desk and cried. I tried finding the woman the next week, but she'd canceled her membership. I thought about contacting Michael directly, but what would I say? "Sorry I destroyed your life because I didn't read one email?" So I quit my job and went back to school. Now I work as a victim's advocate, helping families navigate kidnapping cases. It doesn't undo what I did, but maybe it prevents me from destroying someone else's life.